We see price changes every day. We're familiar with happy hour specials after which prices double for a beer or a glass of wine. That's not price gouging, it's just an indicator of demand and supply. Many argue in favor of price gouging laws to punish sellers who they believe are profiting from an emergency, but that is really a misunderstanding of the market process. There are three kinds of cases where prices increase suddenly and unexpectedly. The first is because of misrepresentation or giving false information, which is essentially fraud. The second instance is when there's an increase in product quality, taxes, or regulation which leads to a price increase. The third case, and this is most frequently associated with price gouging, is when prices suddenly increase in a matter of hours or days due to a natural disaster, conflict, pandemic, or other emergency. Let's imagine there is a sudden shortage of toilet paper that leads to a sudden price increase, maybe 3 or 4 times the normal price. This has 3 consequences. First, it incentivizes buyers to buy less and leave more for others, especially because there is no reason to believe that there will be a long-term shortage of toilet paper. So buying for a few weeks is enough, and high prices discourage hoarding. Second, it incentivizes suppliers to supply more toilet paper. When prices are allowed to increase, it incentivizes the suppliers to pay more to get a truck full from a neighboring city or state. Third, a shortage incentivizes entrepreneurial minds to find substitutes. For instance, a bidet can sustainably help with a toilet paper shortage, as can baby wipes. Government intervention almost always exacerbates the problem because it ignores incentives. The only exception is when supply is completely unresponsive to price in the short run. One of the consequences of market price increasing quickly in response to a shortage is that it incentivizes suppliers to make more of the good available. But if it is not possible for supply to increase in the short term, some intervention to ration allocation in the very short run might help. For instance, ensuring that protective equipment is available first to medical professionals. Even in these cases, it is unlikely that a price control will help. Quantity controls or some other allocation rules, such as allowing seniors early access to grocery shopping, might make more sense. A price control, however, means that there is no incentive for buyers to change their behavior, and those who are more easily able to stand in long lines will get the good, or in this case, the protective equipment first. So these interventions really hurt those who work long hours or have to look after the children or the elderly because they're not in a position to stand and wait in a line. Price gouging incentivizes buyers to buy less and leave more for others. It incentivizes sellers to produce more of the good, and it incentivizes entrepreneurs to find and even create substitutes for the good in demand. A high price provides both the signal and the incentive to engage in this positive social behavior.